Hi, I'm doing another video just because I'm in the mood for it right now, and I'm probably gonna start posting more. I really don't have a very usual posting schedule. It's probably gonna be just expect one between every 2 weeks. That's the minimum, bare minimum. But I'll probably end up starting posting a lot more. But we're talking about Obama and the Orlando mass shootings. This guy has the uncanny ability to say nothing, yet he's still talking. He speaks, but it's as if when he talks, he's like blah blah, but no one even gets anything from it. It's like, yeah, we're sad, and we should grieve for the loss, and we're quite sad. We're aware this is an act of terrorism, and this was a terrorist who did it. I'm not gonna say what religion terrorist, because that would be bigotry, but it was a terrorist, and we're sad, and it was terrorism. He can just keep that up for 5 minutes. It's insane. So let's just start the video.
Today, as Americans, we grieve the brutal murder, a horrific massacre of dozens of innocent people. We pray for their families who are grasping for answers with broken hearts. We stand with the people of Orlando who have endured a terrible attack on their city. Although it's still early in the investigation, we know enough to say that this was an act of terror.
See, this is exactly what I mean. We're about a minute in, and he's just, all he said is, okay, families are grasping for the hearts of their lost loved ones, and we're aware that this is terror, it's terrorism. After a minute, that's all anyone got from that, because he doesn't have anything to actually say. The only thing that he could say is that it's Islamic terrorism, but why would he want to admit that? Because Obama's Muslim. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not like an insane conspiracy guy like that. Okay, continue.
And an act of hate. And as Americans, we are united in grief, in outrage, and in resolve to defend our people. I just finished a meeting with FBI Director Comey and my Homeland Security and National Security advisors. The FBI is on the scene and leading the investigation in partnership with local law enforcement. I've directed that the full resources of the federal government be made available for this investigation. We are still learning all the facts. This is an open investigation. We've reached no definitive judgment on the precise motivations of the killer.
Why does he act like we have no idea why the killing happened? We do. We know exactly why. He just doesn't want to admit it.
The FBI is appropriately investigating this as an act of terrorism, and I've directed that we must spare no effort to determine what, if any, inspiration or association this killer may have had with terrorist groups. What is clear is that he was a person filled with hatred. Over the coming days, we will uncover why and how this happened, and we will go wherever the facts lead us. This morning I spoke with my good friend Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer, and I conveyed to him the deepest condolences of the American people.
Why does Obama act as if he can speak for the American people? Most of us hate him. Some of us like him, but most of us hate him. Also, he's like, okay, this could have happened anywhere, but that's irrelevant. The fact that it could have happened anywhere doesn't change the fact that it did happen in Orlando. That doesn't even, that's just complete filler. I hate that. Instead of making a 5-minute speech, why not make a 1-minute speech that has actual content instead of being like, this could have happened anywhere. It's like specifying the amount of bricks in the buildings of 9/11. There were 1,000 bricks. I know there's not 1,000 bricks, but still, it's irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have anything to do with the situation.
This could have been any one of our communities. So I told Mayor Dyer that whatever help he and the people of Orlando need, they are going to get it. As a country, we will be there for the people of Orlando today, tomorrow, and for all the days to come.
What if the people of Orlando went to you and asked for less gun-free zones? Would you do that? 96% of mass shootings happen in gun-free zones, especially schools. In bars and clubs and courthouses. All of these places usually don't have guns allowed. That means that there's no one to fire back, so of course it's going to be your prime area to target. And what are you going to do about it? Throw a chair at them? It's totally isolating us from protecting ourselves in those areas.
We also express our profound gratitude to all the police and first responders who rushed to harm's way. Their courage and professionalism saved lives and kept the carnage from being even worse. It's the kind of sacrifice that our law enforcement professionals make every single day for all of us, and we can never thank them enough.
You're welcome.
This is an especially heartbreaking day for all of our friends, our fellow Americans who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender.
Is he really bringing LGBTs into this? Seriously? I didn't think it was even possible for that to have any correlation at all. I understand it was a gay nightclub, but that doesn't mean that the night was harder. It's like saying, okay, so if you're going to say that, then he should also go and say, I don't think he should say that because it's ridiculous, but if he's going to say that, then why doesn't he say, since it was like a gay nightclub, this is especially hard for men because men died? Okay, everyone died. It's not hard just for gay people because gay people died. Gay people are also people, which means it's hard for citizens. It's not like LGBT people and normal people don't have any sympathy for each other. He's like, okay, this was difficult for them. Yeah, okay, same for us. It was for us too, you know? I mean, I know he has to be politically correct so he doesn't get crucified by the media and he doesn't trigger any SJWs, but still, I mean...
The shooter targeted a nightclub where people came together to be with friends, to dance and to sing and to live. The place where they were attacked is more than a nightclub. It is a place of solidarity and empowerment where people have come together to raise awareness, to speak their minds, and to advocate for their civil rights.
You know, he could have cut that whole minute little strip there into just saying, okay, gay people, transgender, lesbians, all of them. He could have just been like, yeah, they wanted to go somewhere where there were other gay people, transgenders, and lesbians. You don't have to be like, you have to... I love how using big words just makes it even better. Like, why even use big words? If you're an English teacher, you're like, okay, you gotta use big words. But it doesn't change the meaning of your sentence. If I say good and I'm like, say some, I don't know, ancient English word for good, it means the same thing. He can drag that on for a minute if he wants to, but it's not going to change the fact that all he said was that they wanted to spend time with people like themselves.
So this is a sobering reminder that attacks on any American, regardless of race, ethnicity, religion, or sexual orientation, is an attack on all of us and on the fundamental values of equality and dignity that define us as a country. And no act of hate or terror will ever change who we are or the values that make us Americans.
A lot to the Black Lives Matter movement. They don't even care if a black person dies. It just has to support their political agenda. Black on black crime is the most prominent crime in America. Where's the Black Lives Matter? That's what Obama needs to say. He needs to be like, hey, Black Lives Matter. People are dying. And Obama's right on that. People of all race, it doesn't matter what race they are and what color of their skin they are. As Morgan Freeman said, the only way we can stop racism is by stopping talking about it. Sorry, that sentence was like, doesn't matter. You know what I mean.
Today marks the most deadly shooting in American history. The shooter was apparently armed with a handgun and a powerful assault rifle. This massacre is therefore a further reminder of how easy it is for someone to get their hands on a weapon that lets them shoot people in a school, or in a house of worship, or a movie theater, or in a nightclub.
If someone had a gun on that scene, most of this would be alleviated. All of the areas that he mentioned were the most prominent areas for shootings in all of those areas are also gun-free zones. I love how he needed to bring in gun control, didn't he? He can't go a minute without bringing in gun control.
And we have to decide if that's the kind of country we want to be. And to actively do nothing is a decision as well. In the coming hours and days, we'll learn about the victims of this tragedy. Their names, their faces, who they were, the joy that they brought to families and to friends, and the difference that they made in this world. Say a prayer for them, and say a prayer for their families. That God give them the strength to bear the unbearable, and that He give us all the strength to be there for them, and the strength and courage to change. We need to demonstrate that we are defined more as a country by the way they live their lives than by the hate of the man who took them from us. As we go together, we will draw inspiration from heroic and selfless acts. Friends who helped friends, took care of each other, and saved lives. In the face of hate and violence, we will love one another. We will not give in to fear or turn against each other. Instead, we will stand united as Americans to protect our people and defend our nation and to take action against those who threaten us. May God bless the Americans we lost this morning. May He comfort their families. May God continue to watch over this country that we love. Thank you.
My only last question is, was that speech an apology from Obama? Because, I mean, really, it seems as if the way he was talking, he was personally, saying sorry for what happened. Maybe the reason why he's saying sorry is because the gun-free zone prohibited anyone from defending. So many less people would have died if someone had a gun and fired back. It's such a shame. It's such a shame. Well, Obama managed to make a speech that didn't even prove anything. His speech didn't prove anything. His speech didn't have any substance to it whatsoever. It was filler. Because, we would all be offended. Not me. I don't really care. But we would all be offended, everyone else, if he didn't say anything about it. And since he did, people are just going to listen blindly. I guess deafly, since they're listening. But at the same time, nobody really cares what he's saying. They just care that he's the one saying it. The same way that all of us comedians have been going out and asking, stating out a bunch of the statuses, not the statuses, the stances, the stances of the presidential candidates. He'll be like, oh yeah, what do you think about Trump's tax plan? And he'll say Hillary's tax plan, or it's vice versa. Be like, what do you think about Trump's tax plan? Oh, I hate it. And then he'll be like, well, that's actually Hillary's tax plan. They're like, oh. It's just proof that nobody really cares what their people are saying. It just, all that matters is that the person who's saying it is someone they like. As long as Obama said anything about it, everyone was happy. But what they didn't realize is that he didn't actually say anything. He just talked without meaning. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. Leave comments if you have any criticism for me. Constructive, or maybe even destructive. Even though destructive criticism is something I'm pretty much just going to ignore. I mean, it's really a win-win situation for me anyway. I mean, I got your view. And I can just look at it when I succeed and smile. So leave a hate comment even if you want to. They're pretty funny anyway. Okay, see ya.